Oh, hello, back again with another Halloween Manny. Today, surprise, it's a purple one. I've done a lot of those, but I like purple. So, first, I'm starting with one from this year's Halloween collection. This is Bat to the Bone, and I just love the colors on this one. And so I decided to get it. I think I purchased about half of the what they released this year. Where's my? Oh no, I don't see my rubber cuticle pusher. Oh, that's great. Oh, there it is. It slid into it. I have a little organizer that I have all my stuff and it slid into a different compartment of it. I was like, oh man. This strip here is the second from smallest, and the wider side of it fits my pinkies. And I decided, so I can use, if it's one of the bigger strips, I can use two strips between two nails on my pinky and my pointer finger because they're a little bit shorter, but I decided, so look at this, the way I have the strips laid out, I will use up all of the bat ones. And so I will just have these gorgeous ombre ones left because I won't wear the bats outside of Halloween. So I would just be hanging on to them, hoping that they're still good for next Halloween if I kept them. So when I realized I could do that, and then those gorgeous ombre ones, I don't know what I'll do with them yet, but those will be easier to just use on any Manny anytime. We'll see what I end up doing, but I really liked this year's Halloween collection. Did I start saying I think I only bought like half of them because I'm not, I don't know, the traditional, like very traditional Halloween I'm not as much into, but I do love purple, so the purple ones I got, the overlay, it's that Nightmare Land. Love that one. I bought two of those. That's just such a fun overlay. I hope they come out with more overlays like that because there's lots of fun Halloween. I mean, you could do like bats. Not like I don't these bats aren't anything amazing art-wise, but you could do like a little graveyard or a haunted house. Oh, can you imagine a haunted house that had like um somehow the windows you could like see through them, like they were transparent on the windows. I don't know that that would work with Color Street, but this is just my brain imagining. This is a little bit of a smaller strip than I need, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a gap there, but we're just rolling with it. I'm pretty sure that's something that only I notice. This is one I do see printer lines on it, and I feel like I didn't notice it until someone else pointed it out. You can kind of see them, but you can kind of see, but I mean, it could kind of go with like a sky, lights in the sky. I don't know. One, these strips feel a little like thicker. I'm gonna try to stretch it a little bit on this one, but I don't know. With this type of set, it's not as forgiving of that. Okay, see now I got a gap down there. We're getting closer to Halloween. My son finally, I asked him today, I didn't expect an answer, but I said, "What do you want to be for Halloween?" And he told me a vampire. So that kind of surprised me, but and I ordered up a costume and I think he was excited about having fangs. So hopefully it doesn't change his mind because he's committed now. Halloween's getting close. And then this is New York Minute that I have here, and this is one I've kind of been eyeing to get for a while. I don't know if I have had this set before. It's been a long time. But it's just such a pretty purple. It is possible. So the first time I tried Color Street, I requested a 2Z sample, right? And did the it was my sister-in-law who got me hooked on it and did she called it the Color Street Challenge. I don't know if that's still a thing or but basically you wear your 2Z along with regular nail polish and just test it out. And of course she sent me this one because I love purple. And it could have been sorry, I don't know if it was New York Minute because I'm not sure, but it could have been this set, I don't know. And that would have been like 2018 or 19. I don't remember when I started. But I think New York Minute has been around for a very long time. But it was something like that, like a purple something similar to this. That's such a pretty, just kind of rich purple. And I was gonna be kind of basic with this, but I think I may actually do some French tips with this. So today's been a pretty enjoyable day. I'm filming this on a Sunday. And for church stuff, we had a conference, which usually ends up being about 2 hours. And a lot of times they'll broadcast it so you can watch it at home. And we couldn't find a broadcast. And I was like, I have no desire to go wrestle my children for 2 hours in a meeting like that. So I stayed home and then my husband, he was determined and he decided to go and he's like, the kids are already dressed in church clothes. So he took my older kids and I just stayed home with my toddler, who he's been sleeping in the last couple of days. So today he slept in, had to been like 10:30, 11 o'clock that he slept until. And I slept in myself until, 9, 9:30. It's been a good weekend for that. Yeah, it was just nice to have that time, and then I've gotten a ton done today. Just satisfying before we start another week. And I think my husband said they were really good for the conference. They just kind of they have little like quiet bags with just like, activity books and little doodle boards and stuff like that. He said they did really good, but I don't know if they would have been that good if it were me there. Because something about mom, they're just a little bit more, and they bother me a lot more. Like you know, they're I don't know, they want more of my attention, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. If you have kids, you know. Yeah, it's been a good day. We're finishing up my kiddos' fall break, and it's been pretty chill. They only had 2 days off, so the first day I worked, and so they got to go over to their cousin's house. Which now that they're in school, they really miss their cousins. Because in the summer, they go over there I mean, we hang out a lot anyway. Because my sister and I, we're always doing stuff together. Um, but in the summer, even when I work, they are at my sister's house all day long. Whereas once school starts, the bigger kids, they're all in school, so they don't really see each other. And so it was fun for them to go over there. It was a rainy day, and my sister survived it. I guess it's probably good that they were not bored of each other yet, because once they get bored of each other, they starts getting more conflict, more arguing about things. So they had fun doing that, and then the next day of fall break, we went and did a lagoon trip, which was a lot of fun. Lagoon's our amusement park here. I had fun just riding rides, and it's just fun. Halloween, they decorate the park Halloween time. All the Halloween decorations everywhere, have Halloween music playing, and then they have some cute, like, kid-friendly Halloween activities that come out. Like, they have a little trick or treat one where they have different characters. Well, they're dressed up like the rides in the park. And they each have their own little booth, and then, the kids get candy, and they kinda do like, if it's an airplane themed ride, the character will ask them to fly, "Here's how to fly. Okay, we're gonna spread our wings and spin around." They just do a little fun activity and then give them a little treat. And then they have one that's like a hay bale, little walk-through maze with little activities, and they get a little prize at the end. And then another one that's like a time travel themed walkthrough. It's just fun. It's good times. And now I'm going on like 2 days of not leaving the house, which is the best. Maybe that's why I've gotten so much done. I haven't gone anywhere for a bit. It's crazy how much going places takes time, or takes a lot of time. Yeah, this is such a fun ombre. Okay, so I have a problem like every week. It's like once a week, whatever comes up, and I get my nail stuff out and I plan manis and I don't know, I have some Christmas ones planned already, some November ones planned. Anyway, and I plan them in envelopes, and I keep going, "Okay, I need more envelopes," because I mean, I guess it's not a bad thing to have plenty of ideas, have things planned out. Okay, so I'm thinking for French tips, I have the fabulous Scream Queen here. I thought that would make it really fun. I wonder if I should do it on all of them? It would work. Let's do it on the New York Minute ones and then decide what we're gonna do. I've opened this Scream Queen a few times. Oh, I've got the nice big strips left. So let's start with, we could almost just use one big strip and just cut a bunch. Oh, that's tempting. Instead of, I usually like to cut from the sides just so I can use up the smaller strips, but I've already used up the smaller strips. So we could. This is, of course, a skinnier one. Ooh, it's looking kind of rocky. Wait, oh, I took the plastic off, so I gotta use it now. Let's just do, should work on the pinky ones. Let's go for it. Let's try cutting it like the traditional way. Actually, here we can do it on the side. So this is I believe it's 5/8 sponge. Got a few of them here. Oh, that's a good swoopy tip. Are all of mine like that? No. Well, kind of. We'll make them even on the nail, I think. Okay. Wonder if we used my tweezers here. Well, I guess I decided I wasn't gonna do the pinkies just yet. I already forgot about that. See, that's kind of narrow. Oh, we can do it on this one. This is one of my narrower fingers. Kind of stretching it out so it's on both ends. I think that ended up relatively even. And then, yeah, I didn't. So the 5/8 punch is relatively new. I think this is my second mani I've used it on. So I will get better at it as I use it. Before I would just trace like the end of a file, a color strip file. Yeah, there we go. On the back of the strip, on the white backing, with the strip still on there, and then you can cut it out. But this is faster for sure. I wanted one for a while and just I would search. Oh, that's like a small. Made that pretty small. Let's add just another one. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, I would search on Amazon, but just get overwhelmed by all the choices, and I don't think it really matters too much which one you pick, but I would get overwhelmed and I would just wait. And finally I was like, I just need to do this because it's gonna be way nicer. And it is. See, those are pretty together. Scream Queen is just amazing. This New York Minute is wanting to tuck around the sides. I'll hit it with some heat with my flax bag. Okay, did I use all of the? Okay. Maybe let's use this third largest strip for our next batch, and let's see if I can get a more even cut. I think I just got excited with how easy it is. Let's do it like that. Oh, there's one more in there. One more tip in my punch. Yeah, those are looking a little better. Okay. Tricky thing is getting it off the backing, man. Okay. I want to pay attention to how deep. I think this one's a little deeper. It's like most of the thing, so just make sure I put most of the thing on there, most of the tip on there. That worked out pretty good. So that's definitely deeper, but I think it looks okay because this nail is longer, so we're rolling with it. This looks like a, let's do this one. My tweezers are also relatively new, so I'm kind of getting used to those as well. I imagine they will get to be more of an extension of my hand as I get used to them. Okay. I think I kind of do want tips on all of them. That one wide enough. This is a glitter, so it's a lot more accommodating of me stretching it. Yeah, that stretched it just a little bit, and that worked out fine. Okay. My favorite nail times of year are Christmas is a lot of fun, um, Valentine's Day, and patriotic nails. So it's been fun to kind of I'm not quite to Christmas, which is understood, like, it's October, right? As soon as it snows, though, I'm sure I will be wanting to get to the Christmas stuff. But I do have some November ones planned, so okay, now we just have the 2 pinkies and the thumbs. Is this enough to do a thumb? Maybe not. Okay, I probably could make it work, but ooh, that barely peeled off. Now it probably would work. I got it stretched a little bit. Stick it right there on my pinky. Okay, I think any more little bits here. All right, and now I think I am gonna cut from the side on this one because I want to save my large strips for when I want to do a whole thumb. On my pinky. Oh, Screen Queen, you're so lovely. Like this was last year's Halloween, wasn't it? I want to see if I can get thumbs out of this. Where did I do my other? Oh, it's right there. Okay, so we're gonna cut closer towards this end. Okay, let's see what happens. I feel like this 5/8 punch is kind of on the small, but if I kind of like expand it, if that makes sense, stretch out the arch. Wait, oh, I didn't cut on the. I kind of want to just like break this thing off. Is that terrible? I may do that eventually. I don't know. It just gets in the way for my purposes. Okay, just thumbs left, right? I have to keep checking. It's the worst when you like get done, you seal up all your sets, and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot one. I've done that where I get done and I have like a whole nail just naked. The strip may not be enough to do both. We'll see. Yeah, probably not. We'll just get another strip. I should have made that thicker. Unless, no, no. Okay, it's all trash. Put on the thin side. Like that got a little flat because I had to stretch it. And my other one, that's got more. I kind of want to cover it. I just don't like the shape of it. Oh, we started rewatching Stranger Things because the last time a season came out, I couldn't remember who the characters, like what all their connections were and backstories and stuff. And I was like, I would enjoy this a lot more if I could remember everyone. Like, I mean, I remember the basics, right? But it's driving me nuts on my finger. Anyways, we started from season one because there's a new, I don't know when the new season comes out, but I know it's supposed to be sometime in 2025, so it's got to be soon, right? And it's the right time of year, spooky season. It's kind of nice rewatching it though, because you kind of know, like you still remember some of the main things, like you know which characters to focus on, and anyway, I'm enjoying it. And there's less pressure because, like, if you miss something, you kind of already know the plot. Man, this is getting to be a mess. Got that wrinkle there. This is a bad plan. No, that's not gonna work out. We're just gonna roll with it. Okay. The ink. Ooh, this is fun. This is gonna be fun to enjoy this one. My tips are not perfectly cleaned up, but I usually just like to wrap things around the end and let as they kind of cure. I know that's a trick some people use because it gives you extra protection on that tip. So, and I will go hit them with some heat, kind of smooth them all together, all the layers together, but there you go. Fun magical purple Manny. All right, thanks so much for tuning in, guys, and I will catch you on the next one.